So I just wanted to quickly apologize for my quick, short responses on my last video. Thank you for your comments. I appreciate it, and I didn't mean to be short or just say, look at the links in the description. So I apologize, but I'm not a doctor. I can't necessarily tell you and your problem specifically what you should do. I have no background or training or qualifications or anything like that. So I am not a doctor. I learned about ozone therapy at a doctor's office at the naturopathic physician who specialized in oxidative therapies. He had hydrogen peroxide, a hyperbaric oxygen chamber, rectal insufflation, IV ozone, so lots of different kinds of ozone. And I went there to get an IV of hydrogen peroxide. And then he got me into all the ozone and everything. So I apologize once again. I didn't mean to be short with my responses to the comments. But let's move forward into how I'm doing with multiple sclerosis. I have no MS. It's going to be a year. March 23rd is the first time, well, not the first time, but when I got my own equipment and got it and was able to fully envelop, because it's spendy to go to the doctor's office and do this 3 times a week and try and work. And that's what I was doing in September 2013, I believe. I don't know, the years have just blended together. So that's kind of how I got into the whole ozone thing. I drank hydrogen peroxide in my video titled LHON and My New Treatment. And that's all about me drinking hydrogen peroxide to get rid of the MS symptoms. And that worked great for about 2 months. Then everything came back. And then every single day from, I don't know, I'll just say July 29th, the end of July 2013 until March 23rd, 2014, it got worse every single day. I couldn't walk, I had to use a cane, that spasticity, oh my god, it was horrible. I was in thriving pain all day, every day. And basically I did the ozone, and then the first 5 days it was 100% gone. And I haven't had any MS symptoms since. What I would consider to be my MS symptoms, because they're all different, I guess. Everybody has a different case and different symptoms, and everybody's different. MS is not, it does this and this and that's it. So my symptoms were the horrible spasticity in my neck and my legs. My upper arms really started to get bad. It was like I was like I had a seizure all freaking day. It sucked. I've had none of that. When I sleep wrong on my neck or something, I have pain in my neck, but that's normal people stuff. So I'm happy when I'm in normal people pain. But basically, I posted my last video, I don't know the date, October 5th, 2014, and that was my last video. And basically at that time I had MRIs, and they showed no progression of the multiple sclerosis, any lesions or anything like that. It didn't heal all the lesions miraculously in 6 months, but I started, no more MS, 6 months went by, I had the MRIs, there was no progression, another 5-6 months have gone by now, and still have no MS symptoms. I'm not going to have another MRI until September 2015, so that's still a good 6 months away. So I won't find out if anything has progressed or if any lesions have gone away. That's what I'm going for. All my symptoms have been gone for, what is it, 7 days. It'll be a year exactly. So ozone, I said it in the beginning and I put it in the description. I don't say that I've cured MS. I don't say that I've fixed MS. I beat MS because I'm fine and I don't have MS symptoms. So in my book, that means I beat it. Um, Basically, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say what has actually happened. I can't prove that I've cured MS. I can't prove all these different things. I'm not a doctor. I don't have a lab in my bedroom. You know, I can't do my own blood work. So there's lots of different stuff. But the way that I've put it is it's one of three things. It's got to be. I'm either, you know, this is magic. I could be a witch doctor. I don't think so, because I didn't get any shrunken heads or beads or do any dances or whatever a witch doctor would do. I didn't do any of that. Second one, I say it might be a treatment for MS. Well, I've successfully treated and battled and beaten MS now for a year. So it's probably a treatment. Or the third, it could be a cure for MS. I can't say that. You know, could be. I might never have an MS symptom again. I might never have, you know, progression of lesions. They might heal. It's hard to say. I can't say. I'm happy. I'm good. Like, I have no more MS symptoms. You know, I'm not fatigue. Fatigue was, oh my God, that was terrible. When you say I'm tired, you might be tired. When you have extreme fatigue, it's a whole nother kind of tired. You can't, like, to go like this, that's like 4 hours worth of energy. Like, just to raise your arm, like, like with MS fatigue, it's bad. And that's one of my main symptoms besides the spasticity all over my body, was just the fatigue. And that's gone. I can get lazy, but that's being lazy. That's normal people stuff. I don't have the extreme fatigue that I was dealing with before, so beat that. There's all these different things that you could say I've beaten, or I'm treating, or whatever you want to say. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't care whether the label is put on it that I'm a witch doctor, but I'm not. I don't care whether it's magic. I don't care whether it's a treatment. I don't care whether it's a cure, because I'm okay. Now, with just watching TV, seeing commercials for prescription drugs, I like to count how many ways you can die from each pill. And I would say 90 to 95% of the prescriptions out there, you can die from, which isn't good in my mind. You might be 1 out of 1,000,000 people who die. Whatever, you know. There's things that they have to say for legal reasons and all this different stuff. But every time I hear a prescription commercial, I'm like, I don't want to die. I have MS, I don't want to die. This time last year, I was most positively certain I was going to die from MS. Not 20 years down the road, not maybe 10. I felt like I had 5 years, maybe. My body was just falling apart. And so having a good body for the last year, I've done a lot. In my last video, I actually messed that up. I should have put the working out at the end. And I put it right at the beginning. So you have to watch me work out for 15 minutes, unless you just skip through or whatever. And I put that working out in there to show other people who have MS and know what it's like not to be able to move around, not to have the energy to do stuff. Working out just isn't an option anymore like it was for me. I have a recumbent bike, and I could get maybe a minute on that, on the easiest setting. Then I just, my fatigue, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't get up. I couldn't move my arms, you know. It just was way too much. I couldn't lift a 15-pound weight, you know. And then I went just insane. And for 6 months, all I did was work it out. And that's pretty much all gone now. I've spent the last 5 months, 4 months, ever since I posted that video, I kind of, the video how I beat MS with Ozone, I kind of just decided that I was going to try and get the rest of my sight back. Being legally blind isn't fun at all. It's kind of like having MS. It's not fun. It's not cool. So, I made the decision to try and get my sight back, and I went into research. It was that, or go to work, or get back into life. I had to quit working. I got my life insurance, health insurance license, and worked my butt off for all that stuff. So, kind of made a decision. What's my next step? And through the last video I posted, I've been contacted by people all over the country and all over the world. And some people have, wanted to know about the ozone and the MS, and some people have just wanted to give me more information about different therapies. I had a guy in Atlanta give me a name of a doctor, Dr. Kondrot, Kondrot. He's down in Florida, and he specializes in eyes, in homeopathy and blah, blah, blah. So I went into research and studied everything he had, everything like 15 people had, and I've mostly come up with a plan. And when I say do your research, this is a little bit what I'm talking about. This is one of like 15 things that I have so far, and I'm still doing research, still coming up with a new plan and all this different stuff. So what I was looking at in this particular case was homeopathy, and what homeopathic remedies can help regain vision. And that Dr. Kondrot, he has a list of 10 or 15, I think it's 12 different remedies that he uses for treating eye disease like glaucoma, macular degeneration. That's mostly what he's into. LHON, kind of like macular degeneration. The optic nerve is mostly involved. There's ocular pressure, blah, blah, blah. So I've kind of taken some things for macular degeneration, kind of taken all the information I've learned before, blah, put it all together. So I'm still working on it, but this is kind of what I mean when I say do your research. Basically, I took like 17 different remedies. This one here is phosphorus, and I don't like to read, so I gathered all the information from like the first 3 pages of Google for all these different remedies, and I put them in a Word document, and then had my computer read it to me. So basically with homeopathy, like, trying to come up with a really easy way to describe homeopathy in the way that I think of it. Totally normal, healthy person. You take, and this isn't a homeopathic thing, but just take a dandelion and rub it on your arm, and if that makes you really itchy, okay, cool. Now you have a sick person whose arms are always itchy. And you take that dandelion and rub it on their arm, and their arm stops itching. So homeopathy kind of works on the law of similars. And I listened to that and wrote down everything that I felt was, pertinent to me, how I feel, what I got going on, and I wrote it all down. I just listened to it remedy by remedy and made like anywhere from 3 to 10 pages of notes for 17 different remedies. And so that's what I mean when I say do your research. Don't rely on me. I'm not going to read you all this, and none of it pertains to you anyways. Homeopathy is it's not a universal thing. So one person who has a certain issue might take phosphorus. Another person might take spigelia. There's a whole different range of things. So what I did was I wrote down everything that matched, and then I gave it a number rating. So I rated like everything from 1 to 10. Most things are around a 6, and then I got 3 that are around a 9. So homeopathic remedies are very inexpensive. The most I paid, I bought 4 different ones. They helped me with my eye pain. and the optic nerve and different things. So I have those on hand. I haven't started everything yet. Microcurrent is another thing. Again, I don't know whether MS is a virus or a bacteria, you know, in that kind of classification, or if MS is an autoimmune disease, which wouldn't make any sense to me because ozone basically boosts and regulates and keeps your immune system at 100%. So if my immune system is attacking my body, and then I boost my immune system, just simple train of thought, my body would be attacked more and more. That's not at all what happened. So that leads me to believe it's not an autoimmune disease, which doesn't make sense to me at all. Just a tidbit from my brain. Why would your body attack your body? I don't think it would. There was a virus there, and your body was trying to attack the virus that was eating the myelin and blah, blah, blah. I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but I'm okay. So, whether they're right, I'm wrong, I'm right, they're wrong, it doesn't matter to me, I'm okay. Based off of doing ozone, and ozone alone. I haven't changed my diet. I work out because I can. The last 4 or 5 months I haven't really worked out much at all because I've been doing so much research. And my legs did get kind of weak. I could only walk about 2 miles. Then, you know, my legs were like worn out big time. But I just sat around doing research for 4 months. I didn't work out at all. And I tried to walk a little bit, and, you know, it's not that I couldn't. I just tried to get out and walk a little bit. So, basically, the MS is still gone. I got a new plan to, well, I'm working on a new plan to get the rest of my vision back, and hopefully everything will, you know, stay away and come back and be good. And so I really don't know. Like I said, there's no answer. If there was an answer, they're going away from the answer and not towards the answer, in my opinion. They've got some new remyelinating drugs that they're working on that are out. I really don't know. I am not in the MS world. My doctor wanted me to take Tysabri, and I told him, no thank you, I'd rather do ozone. And then the progression stopped and all symptoms were gone. With Tysabri, it's not for progressive MS, which I believe I had. Every single day was worse for 9 months. Then I did the ozone, went away. So the doctor told me that the ozone won't stop the progression, but the Tysabri may, which was not true as far as I know. I did a little bit of research into Tysabri, and that was at the same time I was getting all the ozone stuff, and it didn't seem like it'd be worth my time at all to try, and I didn't want to put all those steroids and whatever Tysabri is into my body. My body's got enough problems. I don't want to put a bunch of crap in there. So I went the alternative, safe therapy route. And MS has been gone for a year now. Like I said, I got another set of MRIs coming up in about 6 months in 2015, September 2015. And we'll see how that goes. I don't really plan on making a lot more videos soon. So keep the comments coming, and I'll try and put a little bit more information in there and not, you know, get myself in trouble with whoever might get me in trouble. So again, I apologize for being short in my responses to the comments, but, you know, I don't want to get in trouble. I just want to share information and share how I'm doing. Then, like I said with the research, like the homeopathic remedies, do your research. I haven't stopped doing research since like 2011. it sucks. My brain hurts so bad. You know, if you want to get better, do research. All the information that humankind has ever known is on the internet. If you find one spot that's saying one thing, don't believe that. You find 10 spots that all say the same thing, you could probably believe that. If you find 9 people who are all saying the same thing and one person who's saying the complete opposite thing, that one guy might be wrong. More research. So don't just hear one thing and then go, oh, okay, that's it. It might not necessarily be it. A lot of people, like the homeopathy thing, a lot of people say it's completely a waste of time, it's worthless, it's all these different things. I really like the fact that there's no, like, we'll just take the phosphorus for example. There's no phosphorus in the phosphorus remedy. Weird, right? So, kind of what they do is they put phosphorus in a jar of alcohol and let it dissolve or whatever. Then they shake it, and then they take one drop of that and they put it in another jar of alcohol, and they shake it, and they take one drop of that and put it in another jar of alcohol. They do this a whole bunch of times, so there's like nothing there except alcohol or whatever the medium is that they're using. But the energy, the essence, the blueprint, the idea of the DNA of the phosphorus, or you know, that kind of thing, that consciousness of phosphorus is in that remedy, but there's no phosphorus. I like that. A lot of people just go, well, you're just taking alcohol or you're just sugar pill. So costing like $6 for 300 sugar pills or whatever. If you want to call it sugar pill, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. Good for you. I am really in tune with the energy and the consciousness of the remedy and the belief and all these different things, not the fact that there's no phosphorus. Because there's no phosphorus, it's junk, it doesn't work. Maybe for you. Maybe you need to try a different remedy. So there's all these different things in every part of everything that I'm looking at. And basically, kind of got to make up your own mind and do your own research, or get with somebody who's, you know, professionally qualified, a homeopathic doctor or a homeopathic physician, a naturopathic physician, an oxidative therapist, a microcurrent I mentioned. I looked into that quite a bit, and that looks pretty cool. I've bought 2 different microcurrent units. The Micro 2, the number 2, and MICRO, the number 2, and that was about $40, $45, something like that. And I just bought these wherever they were the cheapest. There's no specific place to buy this from that I got it from or anything like that. The Micro 2, and it's kind of big brother, the Micro Plus. And those are 2 units. They're like little black boxes. They're about the size of a cell phone. And those create microcurrent. Microcurrent is in milliamps, so it's a millionth of an amp. And if you feel it, you need to turn it down. You're not really supposed to feel microcurrent. Again, I'm still doing research and finding out everything. And like Dr. Kondrat in Florida, I mentioned, he's doing a microcurrent therapy, and he's using electrode gloves and putting those into a damp or like a moist towel, and putting one over the eyes and one on the back of the neck, so the energy is flowing down like this, like down the optic nerve. Maybe. I don't know. So a lot more research to do in homeopathy, microcurrent, all these different things to try and get my sight back. And you know, there's other people who I'm studying, other people around the world I'm talking to, different types of doctors, and never stopping doing my research. The research never stops. Hopefully soon, one day, I'll be able to relax with all my sight and no MS. And then I'll get to go into starting to become a doctor. I would like to become a naturopathic physician, a homeopathic physician, microcurrent therapy, doing all these different things that aren't at your doctor's office that actually help people. So I've heard. You know, when it helps me, I'll be much more behind it, but you know, there's a lot of different things out there that aren't at the doctor's office, the MDs. They're, in my opinion, from my experience, trying to diagnose and then practice treating through pharmaceuticals, and nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with any doctor. I don't have anything against any of them, nothing like that. But I would rather try and fix myself than just swallow a pill. Hopefully you do too, because everything that we're putting in our bodies is just bringing a problem later on. So I got enough problems right now. I don't want any more.